Hello friends, in this lesson we are going to study list collection, like types of collection. The first one is list. So what is list? Is a list is an ordered collection of elements that are distinguished by their indices. List elements can be of any data type. Primitive, it can be string or decimal or any primitive data types like long, and collection can be list, can be set, can be map as object like accounts and user defined type like classes, and then which the class and built-in apex types, which is the class which you are working on it. This table is a visual representation of a list of string. For example, if you have a string, always it starts with 0 index, red, orange, yellow. This is an example of list. And then the first element is red, but it has index 0. And index 1 orange, index 2 is yellow, and the last one is purple. The second part of our lesson in slide, the index position of the first element is in a list is always 0. List can contain any collection. Can be string, can be primitive data types, can be collection, can be S object, can be, as we all mentioned before, any collection, and can be nested within another and become a multi-dimensional. We are going to show you how it is like multi-dimensional. For example, you can have a list of lists. You can have a list of sets of integers, or a list can contain up to 7 layers of nested collections inside it. That is up to 8 levels overall. To declare a list, use the list keyword followed by the primitive data or S object, nested list, map, or set type within this character. For example, creating an empty list of string. Okay, how? This is our general syntax. The syntax, you have to put list, and then you have to put this between these two characters. Data type can be string, can be decimal, long, or S object, account, or and then variable name, the name of the list, so which you work with, very important, and assign it to this. You must use a new keyword. Again, copying list data type, and then you have to add at the end of this character is parenthesis, open and close. Creating a nested list, becomes a multi-dimension. Here how many layers? 1, 2, 3, and with this 4 layers are there. So this is a nested list. We can put a list of integers put in a set, and set integer set with another list, and this list can be inside of another list. So this is the nested list syntax. So going to our developer console, I have planned some of the methods, how to see them. Today it will be a little bit different. So we are going to work on an example like an Apex list class. So if you work with list or class, and if it is a public static void, then you have to have to see that you have to have a method like class name dot list test, and this is how it works. If you want to see on developer console, and which is if the class is public static void, then you need to have a class name dot name of method, so you can see all this result on developer console. This is the shortest way, but of course we have other ways too. We can use these methods here and see. I will show both of them to you. So the first example, methods. This is my class, general syntax. if you erase this all, when you have an empty class, you can erase this and then put, sorry, bracket open. This is assign a string class, with the name of variable department, the DEPT, and then nothing is there. But if you go back, if you define, you put something, then you have to use curly braces here, and then these are my elements in this list. If you have the same name, you have same name like GCE. Since it is in the list, the type of string, then you have to put a code here, right? So this my list has 4 elements. Let's see, execute it. Debug. As you can see in the list, 1, 2, 3, we have, and my list has, sorry, I forgot to save it. That's why it is not coming out. So this is good example. If you want to work on class, then you have to, don't forget each time to save it. Now I save my, I add one more elements there, then see, execute it. As you can see, there is a repetition. Whatever in the list, all of them will be shown. Okay, so going back to class, the first one is, if you have some elements and then you want to see in developer console system debug, you can also use this method, like this, copy and then paste in developer console and then execute highlight. These are my elements in the list. Okay, so just erasing this and then going to my class spec. So there are some methods, okay, some methods which are really handy and important. If you want to add an element to the list, what you need to do is what commented out. If you want to add elements in the list, what you have to do, you have to write variable name of the list plus add. And if it is string, then you have to just in code write the name of the elements. And another one, if you want to add, just add department.add and then IT. So let's see this one, the result of 9 in our developer console. Execute it. Result of 8. As you can see, department list. We already had this 4 and then we add 2 more. So what happened here? In this class, we use add method list. We add some methods, 2 of them, just department variable name and then add, and then we have the we already added these elements. If you want to add an element which has with index, I want to, for example, if you want to add index 0, like the first element, this civil, and then 5th element, you want to put biotechnology, and then after that, that's what you need is system debug and then see in 14 what we have in our list. Now I just want what I wanted to do. My latest list is this one. Those 7 elements, they were here. Now if I want to add zero index, the first one, remember that the first one is having zero index, the first element, and then fifth one biotechnology. As you can see, if we debug it, and then the first one will be civil, and then fifth one was 0 1 2 3, fifth one will be technology. So this is if you want to add an element with index. The next method is adding all, add all from list. This is my again my list, department test, and I have nothing here actually, right? And this is a new list, and then I add all, and then see in developer console what we see here. As you can see, it is same because from that list I have nothing to add, right? So here we have, if we have some elements here and then add to the department, like in this list. So this is my new list I am generating, and then in this list if I want to add all this in the department, what I need to do, just department test dot add all from department, like to colon it, so it will give us, it will be exactly same. In this list, for example, if you have some elements here, this one plus department will be there. Okay, the next element, next method is size. Size will give the number of elements in our list. Let's say execute it again, actually just number 23. Debug. Number 23 to, yes, department index, department 19 is 8 elements are there. Let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, that's correct. As you can see, number 22, size of this department, like it will be integer, right? If you are want to find out the size, then you have to write the integer name, integer as department and size of it, and stem debug it, and department plus s. These are just to see, using size, the name of it is in quote, and then it will appear on developer console what is the value of this department size. So if you use size, you find the number of elements in the list. The next one is get index method. We use another one to work on this. For method get index, if you have a string, right, because getting index, it can be a character, so you can use string ctr department, the name of the list, and get index 3. Since these lists are, the type of the elements are string data types, so you need to write string ctr department dot get index 3. So index 3, what we have here, 0 1 2 3 ECE, right? So index 3, which element is there? It is let's let's see on developer console, ECE, right? So if you go to anonymous window and then on this, you will see ECE. And if you want to find out another handy method, which is really important, is empty. If you want to find out that the list has empty or it is empty or not, or to find out the number, so this will be Boolean definitely, because number of we want to find out yes or true if it's empty or not. So Boolean and b equals to department dot easy empty method to find out if it's empty, and then system debug and put b here, variable name, and then let's see what will be the result of this one. 33. As you can see, it is false, right? It is false because my class, my list has 8 elements in it. Okay. Colon is another handy method. Colon is just to copy it to the, copy the elements. Look at just writing or creating a new class, a new list type of string, and then department test2, name of it, and then if I want to colon it, department. So let's see on developer console what we can see. If we colon it, you see all these elements, they come. If you colon this department and then colon method, then we will have in our this department test2 class the same exactly same elements will be in that. So we just copy it. Instead of copying, we write colon. The last and handy method is clear. Clear is erasing all the elements in our list. So what is this? Department test class has all the elements. Dot clear method, if you use it, then it will erase all the elements in our class, in our list, sorry. As you can see, department test class, if you put dot clear, then it will remove all the elements in the list. So these are really handy methods to use in the list. Might be some other methods I don't have here. You can go through and then find out more. I hope it's useful. You have learned something new. Thank you very much.